and Otto pile drives his way to the 20. McGraw made the tackle, and Graham made the first down, a 12-yard gain. First down 10 for Cleveland on Detroit's 20. First downs for the Browns. Detroit has called timeout. Have been, at least on the last three. Graham back to pass. Throws out the flat this time to Renfro. Renfro scoots for the sidelines and is out of bounds on the 13-yard line as Donald Dahl made the tackle. Gain of 7 yards at 2nd and 3. Renfro was hurt slightly. Gillum's wide to the left. Graham back to pass. Graham decides to run it at the 10. He has almost had his first down at the 11-yard line. He was hit by Richard Flanagan. Otto was shaken up on that play. But he's a great competitor, and he says, I stay in. It's 3rd and 1 on the 11-yard line. Looks like Doran was shaken up a little, number 83. Hurt his ankle. Leon Hart coming in on defense. Or Martin, rather, playing defensive end. Martin playing defensive end, a protege of Frank Leahy and Fred Miller during his intercollegiate days. There's the first down as he scrambles to the 7. And that was Ken Carpenter, number 20. It's 1st and goal to go. Crowd here going wild with excitement. Graham calling signals. Otto on a pitch out to Giacchetti. Giacchetti follows his blockers and drives for the score. Sandusky was leading the play, and the Cleveland fans go wild. Lane Aaron was cut out of the way, and Groza will try for the 7th point. It's another ball game now. Cleveland's back in it. James holding, falls on the ground, and Gross's kick is perfect. It's 14-7. 14-7, and Groza will kick off for the Browns. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. And approaches the football. Nice kick, taken by Larry. On the goal line, he's out to the 10, moves to the 15, sprints out to the 18, is dropped to the 19. And the Browns are really moving in now. This game is developing more and more as the time goes on into harder blocking and harder tackling. These clubs want that championship. Left to go in the 3rd quarter. Bobby Lane gives the ball to the left halfback, Doak Walker. Walker streaks for 14 yards to the 34-yard line. First down. Same play that scored the touchdown, the cross-buck play, and Walker this time, instead of 66 yards, did pick up 14 yards. 14-7, Detroit leads. Lane on the quarterback sneak moves the ball to the 16-yard line. It's 2nd and 8. Ball's in the 36-yard line. Willis and Thompson made the tackle. Minute and 45 seconds left in the 3rd period. Detroit comes out of the huddle on 2nd and 8. Hornschmeyer in motion. Lane was going to throw the ball and then waited and then was tackled. optional play. But the Browns surge in to throw him at the 33. And Bill Willis of Ohio State, a great ball player, made the tackle. Fox wide to the left. Lane goes back to pass. He throws complete. And what a catch was made by Pat Harder on the 39-yard line. Thompson made the tackle for Cleveland, number 54. Fourth down and about 5. Low pass that Harder took off his knee. Harder this ball game with the score: Detroit 14, Cleveland 7. Smith back in punt formation. He got the kick away, had good protection. Renfro looks for it on the 19-yard line. Broke away from one tackler, but he's going deep and loses yardage as he moves to the 17. Trying to circle the oncoming tacklers. He lost a few yards, but it's 1st and 10 for the Browns on their own 17-yard line. 42-yard kick and a 2-yard loss on the return. Baumgartner moves wide to the left now. Graham's pass over the middle is complete. The gain to Rex Baumgartner at the 32-yard line. Gain of 15 yards. It's 1st and 10. Flanagan made the tackle, and Graham is hotter than a firecracker. Team fights back valiantly. Graham back to pass, slips, throws, complete. Out to the 39-yard line to Lavelli. Dahl made the tackle. Gain of 9 yards on the play. Been badly. Lavelli's wide to the right. And, of course, the Browns miss Mr. Jones and Mr. McSpeedy. Ball is given to Giacchetti. Giacchetti moves to the 41-yard line. Almost had his first down. Going to be close. He's been a hard runner again today. Looks like inches to go, but they may call for a measurement. Out on the coast, Coliseum. Graham's quick pass is complete for the first down. Down to the 46-yard line. David made the tackle, but the catch was made by Lavelli. And it's first down Cleveland, and this crowd is going wild now with excitement. 14-7 to score. Brewster, number 83, is wide to the left. Graham going to run it. See him dodge through that line. Fine runner, could play halfback on any team. Takes the ball to the 47-yard line before he is dropped. Otto running the ball and sparking his team. Carpenter wide to the left. Graham on a pitch out to Motley. Motley follows his blockers nicely, and there he goes. 25, he's at the 20. Motley's at the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds on the 5-yard line. First and goal to go. Donald Dahl finally knocked him out of bounds at the 5, and 50,000 fans are going crazy. That was a 42-yard run for Marion Motley on a pitch out from Otto Graham. Gives it to Motley. Motley is going to be thrown for a loss at the 10-yard line. 5-yard loss. Graham, Carpenter, Motley, and Giacchetti are in that Brown backfield, and Donald Dahl of Southern California made that tackle. Charge, Brewster wide to the left. Graham drops out to throw it. He's being chased, and he loses back to the 22-yard line. A loss of 12 yards on the play. Creekmur was the man of the hour. Back to the 22-yard line. 17 yards in 2 plays. 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. Graham drops out to pass it, decides to run it, and is moving the ball into position for possibly Gross's 4th field goal attempt of the afternoon. Ball's in the 21-yard line. They're going to go for the 7 points. On 4th down, 21. Graham back to pass. LaBelle's in the end zone. The pass is broken up. The ball goes over to Detroit. Flanagan broken up, number 60. And the Lions put on a great goal line stand. The Lions lead 14-7. The Lions did the same thing to the Rams last week in the 3rd quarter in Detroit on Towler. There's Doak Walker carrying the ball on the cross buck play again. He takes it to the 22-yard line. Has Lane, Walker, Harder, and Hornschmeyer in their backfield. And Pat Harder carries the ball for 6 yards out to the 28-yard line. It's 3rd and 2. That was Harder carrying the ball. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the game. Bill Downey and Art Hoffman. There's Doak running wide. He's got blocking by Harder. You see what Harder does? And that's a first down. One of the best blockers in the league. Is going to be awfully close anyway. It looks like they'll measure. It's going to be close. They're over there measuring now. Pat used his shoulder block there as he tried to open up the avenue for Doak Walker. Going to make sure they're bringing in the sticks. 8 minutes left to play in the game. Put their hands on that football again. Smith's back in punt formation. Low pass from center. He gets it away. Carpenter has it and fumbles the ball. Detroit recovers Carpenter's fumble on the 23-yard line. Carpenter fumbled the ball. Detroit recovers. It's 1st and 10 for the Lions on the 23-yard line. We'll give you the man who recovered the fumble in just a moment. It looks like Martin. He's hurt, and he's down on the ground, and we can't see his number. That was the first fumble of the contest, but that could be the fumble that cost the Browns their opportunity for this championship, or at least tying up the game. Walker wide to the left. Penalty on the play. Lane fell down. Hornschmeyer fell down. The ball's on the 25-yard line. There's a flag on the field, and we'll wait to see what it means. 15-yard penalty against Detroit. Puts the ball out near the 40. His 66-yard run so far. Lane goes back to throw his second pass of the second half, and it's incomplete, meant for Doak Walker. Walker wide to the left. Lane will throw his third pass of the half, and it's almost intercepted. It's incomplete, broken up in a great play by Darryl Palmer. It's wide to the left. Lane back to pass. He throws to Pat Harder. Harder moves at the 35 and is finally dropped on the 28. And now Pat Harder, who just carried that ball, may try a field goal. Pat Harder's going to try a field goal from 37-yard line. With Lane holding. Low pass from center. Harder's kick is in the air. Harder's kick is good. And the score is 17-7. One of the greatest clutch players in football. Pat Harder boots it. It's short. It'll go out of bounds. And the kick now will come from the 35-yard line of Detroit. Coaches the football. A low kick. He kicked it short again. And it bounces through and is taken by Renfro on the 12. Renfro comes out to the 25, moves to the 29-yard line where Blaine Aaron of Duke made the tackle. It's first down, 10 to go. The excitement breaks loose down on the playing field, and Sandusky may be through for the afternoon. Personal foul against Cleveland. It's 55 yards and penalties against Cleveland this afternoon. Back to pass goes Graham. Graham passes to Baumgartner. Rex catches the ball and is out of bounds to stop the clock. Left. Graham gives the ball to Big Marion Motley. It's first down Cleveland on the 29-yard line. The score is 17-7. Torgerson made the tackle, but Motley made the first down, and it's first down on the 29-yard line. Graham back to pass. Throws short as he was rushed. The pass was meant for Carpenter, and it's incomplete. Graham back to throw. This time on the screen to Baumgartner, and Baumgartner threads his way downfield, hangs on, and moves to the 39-yard line before he is dropped. Graham calls on. But a penalty of offside is called against Cleveland that nullifies the first down. Wagner wide to the right. Graham back to throw. Finds his receiver open. And it's Brewster down to the 40, moving to the 35-yard line for a first down. Christensen made the tackle, grabbed the ball, but the play is dead at the 35-yard line. It's first down Cleveland. 4 minutes, 15 seconds of playing time remaining. Cleveland moving for a possible second touchdown, trailing by 17-7. Baumgartner wide to the right. Graham back to pass. Throws, and it's broken up by Torgerson. Almost intercepted by Torgerson. Bob Latshaw also. Graham passes to Baumgartner. Baumgartner breaks nicely and hangs on to the 26-yard line. Nice play by Rex again. It's a yard short of a first down to the 26-yard line. And Cleveland still staying in there, battling furiously right to the final gun. The score is 17-7. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the game. 2nd and 1. There's the smash for the first down to the 23-yard line, and it's first down Cleveland. 7 points. There's a pitch out to Motley. Motley will throw the forward pass if he can. He runs the ball instead. It's a beautiful play by Marion Motley as he moves to the 8-yard line, and it's first and goal to go. All right, it's first and goal on the 8. There's the pass. It's incomplete. But Perry, the head linesman, comes in to call the backfield in motion penalty. Graham back to throw. It's being chased. Graham throws it on the dead run, and it's looks like it was intercepted in the end zone. A brilliant play, and that's all. Although the official ruled it was incomplete, the Detroit player thought he intercepted it, and he was cradling the ball, but they ruled no interception, incomplete. It's 3rd and 8. Graham back on 3rd down. He throws, and it's low, incomplete. Katie was in there, but Graham's pass was short, and it's 4th down, and this, the last chance of the American Conference champions, the Cleveland Browns, for 1952. And Graham fakes nicely. The man is open. The touchdown is there. And it's a beautiful play. They may call interference down there. We're waiting. And the ball goes over to Detroit. On that play, it's no touchdown. The ball goes over to Detroit. 1st and 10 to go, and that's the last chance for Cleveland today. Two offensive men handled the ball in the play, and that's why the touchdown was nullified. A very unusual play, but nevertheless, that's the story. 1 minute and 55 seconds left to play in the game. Ball's on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Official was right on the play and called it immediately. Pat Hunter carries the ball. Sir Robert Hope, Ryerson, the coach. He's owns interest in the Cleveland baseball team and the Los Angeles football team. Danny Reeves, Fred Levy, and Ed Pauley out there. The West Coast folks couldn't be here today, although several of the Eastern members are, with George Preston Marshall and Art Rooney, the Mariners leading the parade. The ball is given to Doak Walker, and Walker will help freeze the ball out to the 27-yard line. And the folks of Michigan and Detroit, their football team leaving at 5:15 tonight, and by train for Detroit. And thousands of you fans, I'm sure, will be down there to greet your first world's champion since 1935. A minute left to play in the game. Detroit has it wrapped up 17-7. Seconds are ticking rapidly away, and the Lions are coming slowly up to the line of scrimmage. Bobby Lane behind the line gives it to Hornsmeyer, and Hornsmeyer hangs onto the ball tenaciously to the 28-yard line. It's 4th and 2. 30 seconds left to play in the game. And the new world champions in professional football, the Detroit Lions. Congratulations to the members of both teams and to the coaching staffs of both clubs. They put on a great football game here today, but Detroit will be the winner, the victor. As Tim Berry would say, the champion of champions. 5 seconds left. Probably no time for any more plays, but Detroit will draw a 5-yard penalty for taking too much time, and the center runs away with the ball. The game isn't over officially until the referee rushed out there, Timlin, and then he said, "Oh, with a second left, the ball game is all over." And the final score is 17-7. A great football game, a great championship game played in Cleveland this afternoon. And here it is, fans, the end of the contest at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland. The final score again, Detroit 17, Cleveland 7. In just a moment, we'll be back with a scoring summary of this thrilling World Championship battle.